Alright, the next thing we're going to do is try to install some software. I'm going to SSH back over to my server because I was off of my server for a second. Alright, so we want to make our server a web server. We want to make our server a DNS server. Making a web server is pretty trivial. And yum install httpd. I'm myself, so I need to use sudo. I'm trying to use sudo from now on, so I'm not such a poor example for you guys. And then to start it, service httpd start, right? And now, whoa, failed. Oh, again, sudo, being a good example. Hey, there we go. We got an error, but it started anyway. We'll ignore the error. You couldn't find the name. Reliably determine the server's fully qualified domain, whatever that even means. So that got the server running, but now we need to test the server, and this is where the OpenVPN comes in. To test the server, we need to actually be able to use a browser to hit the server, and I apparently didn't disconnect from my OpenVPN server last time. So hopefully it'll connect back up once I get it restarted. So it's connected. I should be able to ping it. I can ping it. So let's try the browser. This is why we need the OpenVPN, so we can actually test the client stuff. HTTP. Hey, look, there we go. It worked. So that's good. It's good, but it's not good because I wasn't expecting it to work because I didn't think. Yeah, oh, there we go. The IP tables firewall's not running, so I was violating my security standard. Now let's see if so yeah. So actually I'm dropping HTTP for some reason. So we will go ahead and do it the easy way. IP tables. This is why I run as root all the time, because everything I need to do, I need to be root to do it, and I'm just tired of screwing that up by forgetting to specify sudo. So I'm sorry, security people. I'm gonna run as root all the time, and that's not the right file. So there we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put in a new line to let port 80 in. I'm not gonna worry about the source. And destination port 80. You can also use the other commands that we learned to append firewall rules and stuff if you want to, but I'm not going to. Actually, let me go ahead and show that it's not going to work again. Yeah, so now it's failing because I had the firewall blocking it. So that once I adjusted the firewall rules, now it's working. So that was that. Let's see. Oh yeah, I said I wanted you to actually create an HTML file. So that needs to go in var www//html. The file that gets displayed by default is like index.html. So if you put anything in there, it doesn't have to actually be HTML. You can put anything, well, not anything, just put text in that file and it'll come back. But I said I wanted you to actually create an HTML file. So if we want to know about HTML, the easiest thing to do is use some sort of lame editor or something. I'm using a text edit on my Mac, and you can do save. I already saved it. If you had a new file, new, Rich is the best to. You have a new file, you can save it, and then when you get to pick what to save it as, you can save it as HTML. So just save whatever you have as HTML, and then you can be super lame, and you can do something like, you know, you can look at the file, and then you can even just copy it like this. And then paste it in here. So if I look at that, there we go. Hey, check that out. I just created an HTML file. Wasn't that awesome? So that's creating the HTML file. Now, if I reload my page, because like if this one, if you look at the source, page source, there is no page source, so that's not HTML. If we refresh the page, we got the new page, and now if we look at the source, hey, look, now we have HTML. Isn't that phenomenally exciting? So that was installing HTTP server. That was making a web server.